Nairobi is the heartbeat of Africa, but for politicians, it is a death trap. Since 2013, no governor has ever survived re-election. They all fall to the Nairobi curse. But one man is betting his entire career that he can break the spell. Babu Owino doesn't just want to be governor, he wants to use the city as a stepping stone for the presidency. Is he a genius, or is he walking into a trap? Nairobi is not just a county, it is the seat of power. And since 2013, every governor has learned a painful lesson. You cannot run this city without the president's permission. The first governor, Evans Kidero, tried to balance his loyalty to the opposition with the shadow of President Uhuru Kenyatta. He was heckled for being too close to the enemy and eventually lost his grip. Then came Mike Sonko. In a move that critics called a militarized takeover, Sonko was famously pressured at State House to sign away his powers, giving birth to the mess. Now, in February 2026, history is repeating itself. Governor Johnson Sakaja has signed a massive 80 billion shilling cooperation deal with President William Ruto. Sakaja calls it a lifeline, but critics call it a soft surrender. By involving the national government in water, waste, and roads, Sakaja is following the same path as those before him, admitting that the Nairobi is too big to manage alone. Babu Owino has watched this cycle for a decade. He knows that if he wins, State House will be his biggest partner or his biggest enemy. Can a man who made his name fighting the system actually survive inside it? Or will the same pressure that crushed Sonko and Sakaja eventually swallow Babu too? Babu Owino is following a secret playbook used by world titans. Vladimir Putin rose from the administration of St. Petersburg. Tayyip Erdogan became a legend as the mayor of Istanbul. And in the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson used the mayoralty of London to catapult himself into 10 Downing Street. They knew a simple truth. If you can fix the chaos of a capital city, you have proven you can lead a nation. Babu wants to fix the city in the sun to prove he is ready for the house on the hill. Since the passing of Raila Odinga in late 2025, the opposition has lost its rhythm. A deep divide has emerged. One term versus two term. Babu Owino knows that in this post-Raila era, a party ticket is just paper. He doesn't need a logo to win. With the Edwin Sifuna movement behind him, he is betting that Nairobi's street-smart voters will choose the brains of Embakasi over the orders of a dying party. Nairobians are the smartest voters in Africa. They don't vote for tribes, they vote for results. Look at the 2022 general election. It was a split-ticket masterpiece. The very same voters who gave the Azimio coalition a senator, Edwin Sifuna, were the exact same voters who gave the UDA a governor, Johnson Sakaja. Babu Owino knows this better than anyone. He understands that in the capital, the ground is more powerful than the boardroom. The 2027 storm is no longer coming, it is here. But before Babu Owino can claim the throne, he must first face the man in the arena, Johnson Sakaja. Sakaja has the power of the presidency, the backing of the UDA. But Babu Owino has the streets. Will he become the first man to turn City Hall into a ladder to the presidency? Or is he just the next name on the one-term list? In Nairobi, the ground doesn't just shift, it swallows the weak. And as of today, the ground has already started to speak.